Bandai Namco to PS5 Elden Ring players do not trust rest mode. Well, we're going to find out all that and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305. With me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
Look, I know it's Friday and we have our thing, but we discovered something today and you have to play it now. Play it!
Tell me that's not the best thing you ever seen in your life.
I have been binging that for the last 24 hours and I didn't find it on TikTok. I'm not with the kids with the ticking and the talking. I don't do those things.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I have never loved rock more than I did now with just seeing that happening. And it was just so good.
More than I have.
It was so good. That's all I gotta tell you. It was perfect. It was perfect.
I needed that. I needed that.
All right, well, Willie, let's get cracking. Let's get started. There's a lot of things we got to talk about, and it's all Elden Ring related already. So Elden Ring players are killing a boss that they're not meant to be killing. Willie, are they? How is it possible they're killing a boss that is not meant to be killed? Like, okay. How?
First off, spoiler alert: Elden Ring came up today, so there's that. Well, the first boss in the game that you meet is one you're not supposed to beat.
Yeah.
His name is the Grafted Scion, and he's just supposed to beat your ass.
Okay.
Like as an example, if for those who remember Mega Man X on the Super NES.
Yeah.
The first big boss that you come across, you're not supposed to beat him.
No, of course not.
He handily whumps your ass, and Zero comes up and saves you. Okay, well, there's no Zero here to save you, but that's the whole point of the first boss, the Grafted Scion, in the game. Well, because people who play the Elden Ring are freaking Souls-like players who know difficulty when they see it, and they can beat bosses at level 1 with no armor, with a stick, and so they've already beaten his ass.
Jesus Christ. Like that's crazy right there. That is beyond crazy that they're doing that already with a first level boss is supposed to kind of like humiliate you until you get like all the experience and power until you can take them on again and they're, so on and so forth, which is, I get it. But that is crazy, man, that they're doing this. And you know what? Power to the player. They freaking figured out a way. By all means, that's awesome. But now, being that we have already that type of problem, Willie, that we have people already pretty much killing the first boss that they're not supposed to kill. It looks like Bandai Namco also acknowledges a problem with Elden Ring on the PC version. What's going on with the PC version? Is it like a loading issue or a graphic issue? Is it something in between?
It's performance issues. And mind you, this game just came out. I mean, nowadays we're taught to expect issues with games. So it's not entirely surprising that there's issues with this game. But this one on the PC is just performance related.
Okay.
So, a PC Master Race expecting 60 frames per second at all resolutions, at all times of day, twice on Sundays. But the PC version, version 1.2 as of this writing, they say that it's dropped from 60 frames to sometimes dropping into the 40s. And it happens that these are, by the way, this was Digital Foundry, Eurogamer's excellent group of sleuths.
All right.
They're saying that this happens mostly when, quote, new effects, enemies, and areas appear on the screen, unquote.
Interesting.
So, I mean, it'll get squashed. Thankfully, the game is playable and doesn't destroy your console or PC. But it's especially if you imagine someone who bought a brand new PC with an RTX 3090 and a freaking Intel 12th generation CPU and they're getting 40 FPS.
Ugh. Yeah, no. That won't.
Where did I sell my kidney for?
But it's funny because the thing is that, okay, we have that problem with the PC now, but now people expect, on consoles not to have that much of an issue. I mean, Cyberpunk 2027. But it looks like they're also having an issue with on the PS5, which Bandai also acknowledges that don't trust the rest mode on the PS5. But why? Is it because it's deleting the game, or you're not going to be able to play the game later, Willie? What's going on here with the whole rest mode on the PS5 then?
Well, rest mode on PS5, to be fair to From Software and Bandai Namco, this is not something exclusive to Elden Ring. To Elden Ring, This is a thing where if you left the game it's if you leave the game in rest mode, it freaks out.
Okay.
It doesn't work properly. Like what was supposed to happen with these modes, like in the Xbox has a quick, it's quick resume.
Yeah, quick resume.
It's called quick resume, where you put it in that session, in that state, and then when you start up the console and go to play, you pick up right where you left off.
Got it.
But it's saying that it looks like it's getting stuck, and you have to reboot the game, and oftentimes it screws up save games.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, Coño, okay, then I guess so we won't do that whole save thing or rest mode on the PS5. I would have been like, yo, just play your game, do a bunch of save points, and then give it or take, or try to see what happens. But now, if you're telling me that since you're telling me that it also has an issue with the save points, I think it'll be safe just say play the game, just turn off the system.
Well, keep multiple save points. If that's a thing on Elden Ring, I'm not sure if it is, but keep multiple save points. And what they're suggesting, what Bandai Namco is suggesting is, instead of putting it in rest mode, save it and quit the game, and then just load back up later, because this issue, and again, not limited to Elden Ring. Evidently, the PS5 has had rest mode issues since launch.
Got it.
But listen. A game like this, you don't want to lose progress.
No, absolutely not. This is a game that you're going to have to do all the man hours, make sure to get everything you have to do in this game, and really do what you need to do to save it. Make sure you save it properly and turn off your PlayStation 5 until they have a proper update that fixes that situation. But yes, this type of game you don't want to play with. I mean, I've already seen a lot of people going through all the man hours since it came out. It's been nothing but just, oh my god, Elden Ring. And I'm like, all right, cool, damn, they're all into it. So yeah, so I will say, follow the proper steps of saving your game. Make sure that you save them right, and and continue forward. But that's all we have right now for Elden Ring news, and kind of an update, because I'm pretty sure that the people out here will love to know more on what to do on Elden Ring and all the save qualities and all the good stuff. But let's continue on, because we have other things to talk about. Like, Pokemon fans are getting their hopes up on the 9th generation reveal. So earlier this week, Pokemon Company announced a brand new Pokemon Presents showcase for Sunday, February 27th. Now that we're 48 hours away from it, the presentation, fans are getting the whole 9th gen trading on Twitter by voicing their hopes of the showcase. Now, Willie, what seems to be the problem with the fans with the 9th gen? I mean, I know there's a lot of Pokemon fans out there, and they're dying for the new ones and all that good stuff happening, but it looks like they're having a little doubt now. What's going on?
Well, this is entirely fan driven.
Okay.
The Pokemon Company announced that they were having their Pokemon Presents showcase this Sunday.
Okay.
And fans have taken that and started thinking back. They're saying that there's a 3-year the 3-year period in between gens when they release games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3 years ago they released Pokemon Sword and Shield, and they released Sun and Moon before that, 3 years before that.
Yeah.
So they're saying, okay, it's going to happen now. There's going to be a 9th gen. Everybody get ready. No official announcement. This happens a lot. We've talked about this before, where fans get themselves frothing at the mouth for something, especially with Nintendo. For something, when Nintendo says they're gonna show something, they lose their minds because they're expecting a huge announcement. Metroid Prime 4, and it doesn't happen, and then they get sad, and they say Nintendo sucks.
Yeah, that technically is what always happens. Yeah.
As I always say, when these things happen, take it with a grain of salt until you see an official notification. Until then, I think it's Morpheus.
Really?
I mean, look, I'm going to ride Morpheus and Big Zam until either one of them come out.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Ladies and gentlemen, please comment down below on everything that's going on, and plus Morpheus and Big Zam if they show up in this freaking game.
Let's be serious. If Big Zam showed up in the Pokemon game,
yeah,
it'll be huge.
Yeah, you think?
Because you see, he's big.
Yeah, Big Zam is big. Yeah, we get the whole,
huge.
we get the logic. Huge,
okay.
Big,
all right.
Big machine. But let's continue on, Willie. So it looks like Mortal Kombat creative director drops a cryptic teaser for a new game. NetherRealm Studios creative director Ed Boon has dropped a cryptic hint at what the developers are up to next. I'm gonna take a wild guess. What, a new Mortal Kombat game, or maybe what, a new DC game? Willie, what do you think?
Can I say Morpheus again?
Please add Morpheus into this shit. I don't care.
Well, he did say, you know, Game Informer was interviewing him.
Okay.
And he went back and talked about the last decade with NetherRealm and stuff like that. But now he says that the developer has actually broken the pattern.
Oh.
Quote, when we broke that pattern, there was a lot of speculation of what we would be doing next. I can tell you there was a reason for it. And when we announce our next game, it'll make a lot more sense. At this point, I'll get in a lot of trouble if I say anything more.
All right.
We know that NetherRealm's working on a game. The pattern before was a Mortal Kombat game followed by an Injustice game.
Yeah.
And so after Injustice 2 came in, Mortal Kombat 11, and they're thinking maybe another Injustice game. But if the pattern's broken, what could it be?
I don't know. I mean, dude, if they broke the pattern, then what? They're gonna probably do another Mortal Kombat game.
Now watch. They do a Mobile Suit Gundam fighter, and Big Zam is in there, and you're gonna call me a fucking prophet.
Yeah, I will. If it happens, which I really doubt it. But Jesus, Willie, if it does happen, I swear to you, you're gonna be the next prophet of here. We'll be like, Willie, what is the next game? Tell us now. We need to know.
Uncle Damas.
Uncle Thomas.
I will call myself Uncle Damas.
All right. It's all right, fine. So we got the cryptic message going through. Let's see what they're gonna put out there, guys. Please let us know, what are your thoughts. I actually think it's gonna be another Mortal Kombat game. Plus, after that, it's gonna be a DC game. So
wait,
I don't know. What?
Can we hope? Can we hope?
Tell me. Just tell me.
Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
You know, I thought you were gonna fuck around, but that wouldn't be so bad. I mean, have you seen
what? I
mean,
Capcom just announced a new Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
What if they wanted to say that oh yeah, but see, the problem with this one is it's not going to be just us. Then again, last time they did that, we got Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yes.
Which was a good game.
Yeah.
But they fucked that one up. They fucked it up. They fucked it up at launch.
It happens. But you know what, man? Whatever it is, it is. And we're just going to keep on going because God knows that we have a lot to talk about, man. And we're going to talk about still on gaming news here. It looks like on Tencent buys 1C Entertainment, makers of King's Bounty. I've never heard of it. Is that a mobile game?
PC.
What?
PC.
Oh, sorry. I thought you froze for a second. Okay. So 1C Entertainment, the publisher of games like Men of War, King's Bounty, have been bought by Tencent among the 1C, amongst other things they've been doing, Willie. What's going on here? I mean, why would Tencent buy them now?
Because that's the trend now.
But
right now, the trend is buy up developers. I told you this before we started the show. We're getting to a point where we're only going to have 6 publishers. We're just going to have Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Valve, Tencent, and NetEase.
This is gonna be, you know what this kind of reminds me of? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like in the video game The Godfather, there's only 5 families and you got to take them all one by one. Right now, if we're gonna be having that, we're gonna have 6 video game publishers right now, right? Can you imagine that they start doing the Godfather on each other? Like we gotta buy these people and take them out, and you know, they start buying and inquiring all these fucking people until there's only like 2 left.
I was actually thinking Mafia 3.
Oh, okay. Well, Mafia 3, Godfather, yeah, same shit, almost there.
Same difference. So you're uniting the families and taking over. That's Listen, and Ted, and then this group, Once the Entertainment, they don't just develop their own games. They also do support for a lot of other studios.
Okay.
Like they do support work for EA, Activision, Bandai Namco, CD Projekt Red, Capcom. These are people that, you know, they've had their hands in a lot of games that are very popular. Support studios like that are what help a lot of companies, let's say, do ports. Say they want to go and do a port for a game, they may hire them, you know, so a PC port. They might hire a company like Once the Entertainment to handle the port. Those things are I would say they're important in a way that will affect us going forward, because if they only do work for Tencent, support studios are just as important as big time studios. For every From Software, we need a 1 seat.
Okay. Man, I mean, personally, I think that this whole thing about fucking buying out people is like, it's just weird, man. I feel like this is gonna end up to be like one big old shit show soon. Even to a point where maybe that one group that goes into that one company, they might not even like them or disagree with a lot of their ways of being, and separate from them, and maybe start their own studios or some shit like that. I don't know. I just feel like this is not looking good. I'm not liking this. I really not.
Same. Like, I mean, third-party studios are. I mean, if we don't have that many third-party studios, everything's gonna be console exclusive.
That's the thought, and it's pretty weird, man, to be honest. But still, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I guess we're gonna have to see more during this whole year. What's going to be happening with all these studios being acquired and getting bought over and all that stuff like that. And let's see what's going to happen. Pretty much going with the same prediction as Willie. If it's just going to be technically a handful of publishers and only, it's just going to be a weird thing. It's going to be a very, very weird thing. And I don't know. Let's see what just happens. And speaking about game developers, it looks like Splatoon 3 is already on pre-order, but there's no release date yet. Well, how can they do that? Well, usually if they're gonna give you this whole thing about pre-ordering a game, they're already gonna give you a release date for a certain game. But for Splatoon 3 for Nintendo, I would have thought they already have a release date, knowing that, you know, a game like this, that pretty much a lot of people like it. I've never played it yet. I've been dying to play it because it looks like a fun little game. It's kind of like a Conquer type of game, which I could fit in that realm. It's Nintendo. It looks like fun. But I think, you know, for a game like that it's the third part of the freaking game, they should have a release date, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and point out Ubisoft loved doing this before for a while, where they would announce a game, and the moment the game was announced, pre-order now. It's like, dude, you just told me about the game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. I mean, that kind of sucks. I mean, I get it, like for people like me and you and stuff like that. Like, we love a certain franchise of the game, and they're like, oh yeah, this game is coming out soon, but pre-orders are up. That means in this pre-order, you're gonna get X, Y, and Z plus NMLP. But we're not gonna give you a date yet. That sucks.
There's 2 differences between Nintendo and Ubisoft in this regard. Number one, Nintendo, yeah, they pre-order stuff, but they're not going to let this thing linger for years, like Duke Nukem Forever.
Got it.
That wasn't an Ubisoft thing, but I wanted to throw that in there. Ubisoft will tell you, yeah, we announced this game. Pre-order now. We'll let you know the release date soon. They got away from that. Now they actually give you a date and then say pre-order. But still, I mean, that's a normal thing. The second difference is that Nintendo doesn't have executives who like coddling rapists. That's the other difference.
That's true. That's very true.
I would go and say that we know of, but no, not Nintendo. Please, not Nintendo.
I mean, right, dude. I mean, can you imagine, dude? I mean, I don't want to even imagine it. You know what? Screw that. Take it off. Erase that from the line because I don't want to picture that. Can you imagine? I just don't want to. Fuck. I keep saying, can you imagine? God, stop. I mean, dude, like I just don't want to picture Nintendo having that type of thing on them. It might, but they kept that thing in a good hush, I guess, because nobody knows if it's really happening or not. But I hope not.
I don't know why, but if there is stuff like that in Nintendo going on, it involves Pikachu costumes and tentacles. I'm sure. Of it.
You know what? Pineapples, dude. That is pretty freaking gross.
Speaking of tentacles, Doctor Strange.
Let's get down to Doctor Strange news, ladies and gentlemen, because now Willie and I figured out something very interesting. So we got a high quality Doctor Strange 2 Super Bowl trailer which showcases zombie Scarlet Witch. And we were right about it. I mean, that whole stand and the way how she looked all covered in blood or whatever, or fucking whatever the shit is. I have to say it's blood because it has to be blood. And dude, it is Willie. It is. Like, what are your thoughts, dude, knowing that we are getting a zombie Scarlet Witch?
This was a short trailer, and it did show quite a bit of things, including this guy, Superior Strange, with tentacles coming out of his hands.
Yeah.
But that absolutely looks like zombie Scarlet Witch to me.
Dude, she is drenched, like, from head to toe, and what I'm gonna say, blood. It's blood.
I'm not gonna say that looks like blood, but I will say that looks like zombie Scarlet Witch.
Oh, big time. And if this is the truth, if this is like actually happening that we're gonna get a zombie freaking Scarlet Witch, then of course, and then it has to be in the end that is a zombie Doctor Strange. Then that has to be. That undead motherfucker.
You see quite a bit here.
Yes.
You see Defender Strange. You see Superior Strange. You see America Chavez. You hear Professor X. I'm sorry, that is Professor X.
Big time, dude. That's it.
You see that one character glowing orange that I kind of want to say is Monica Rambeau, except that her power was bluish.
Even though she has blue in her chest, just saying.
I'm saying she was bluish in WandaVision.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, people keep insisting it's Superior Iron Man. I don't think so, but whatever.
I say it's Mephisto. I'm saying it this time.
Yeah, see, I wasn't saying Mephisto on that.
I brought Mephisto in this one now because I want to now. I wanted to.
That's you. I do. There's one scene where you see Jessica Palmer. Is it Jessica Palmer? Christy Palmer. I forgot what Night Nurse's name is now. Well, you see Night Nurse, and there's something going on, and you see those Ultron-looking robots around her.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this movie. A lot. I'm gonna have to actually pay attention when I watch it. And you know that I don't like paying attention unless I absolutely have to. Usually I just like drinking and being irreverent.
Yeah, no,
but oh well.
It is, whatever the case is, dude. But
whatever.
But yeah, dude, I'm just gonna say, like they keep showing us more things about freaking Doctor Strange 2, and I'm just eating it up like you have no idea. And I'm dying to see it. But it was only a couple months away. I could live with it. I could wait. I'm just anxiously waiting for it, dude.
I'm gonna have to. We have no choice,
right? All we can do right now is just be awesome, do this podcast, and also for Sunday we're gonna go see the Batman private screening. Life gets better.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Cousin Jose's coming with us. He's a DC historian of the group.
Definitely.
He's going to clue us in.
Oh, big time. I mean, I am taking my little pod and stuff like that to do recordings of the event. So be sure to watch us on the Miami Geeks Instagram because it's going to go down. And we will put it on YouTube afterwards. But just okay. So let's continue on, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Charlie Cox confirmed that he will return as Daredevil in the MCU soon. I think I'm not even sure why he's saying soon. He is already there since he came up in Spider-Man. So I'm all in for it as well. If he's in, that means we're definitely gonna get him. We're gonna get him fighting freaking Kingpin. Somewhere on the line, Punisher's gonna throw in, and then we're gonna get the Defenders. I mean, that's it, bro. Marvel, you cannot do wrong. Please don't do wrong.
I mean, I'd rather they go for the MCU Defenders, which means that you have Doctor Strange and Hulk in the same team, which is a wonderful thing. But
Dude,
okay, we knew that Charlie Cox was in here. We knew because we saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home, and I still think that he's going to show up in She-Hulk.
Okay.
She's a lawyer, and yeah, I see a courtroom scene here. I see Law and Order MCU.
That'd be freaking dope. What? I'll watch it. I'll watch all day.
All day. But
So,
now, more awesomeness.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds teases pretty much a little tease about Deadpool 3 updates. So Ryan Reynolds teased an imminent update regarding to the highly anticipated comic book movie sequel Deadpool 3. In an interview with Collider, Ryan Reynolds was not able to give much about the project, but he pretty much stated that it will be in a batch of updates coming soon. So Willie, is he trying to hint to us that, you know, right now it's still kind of like a mess before he gives us this big old update for Deadpool 3?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, I'm like, it's Ryan Reynolds.
He's a master troll.
Yes.
Like, if you didn't see it, please put up the poster of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where he's dressed as Scarlet Witch. Please put that up there.
It's genius. Look, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, I will pay to see this in the multiverse as well. And
But it
I
says
wouldn't
there.
doubt it that he's not in it. I'm not gonna doubt it.
Yeah, it says
I'm not
100% not. Deadpool's 100% not in it. No.
Bro.
Again, he is a master troll.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I would not let that slide by 1 second because I'm pretty sure that he will be in there. But again, we'll wait till that movie comes out and let's see what happens. And Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool 3, magnifique.
Now watch.
I can't wait.
Now watch. He doesn't show up, but Mephisto does.
Man, you're gonna hear me scream "bitch" from the top of my lungs if that happens. You know that shit, right?
I will laugh.
Bitch! I'm just gonna be like loud, just loud. Everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?"
I will laugh.
Nobody will understand except me and you, pretty much. But let's continue on. Willie which looks like Morbius final trailer will come this Monday. We're just 1 month away from the release of the movie that's going to be coming out soon, you know, from Sony, and it's hitting theaters April 1st. But we're going to be getting a freaking trailer of this movie, on Monday. I really hope that Morbius does well, even though it's Sony. And Sony has this shtick that they always mess up a bunch of things in the movies when they control it, or they add too much, or I don't even know how to describe it. Do you know what I mean, Willie?
I know exactly how to describe it.
Okay, go.
Venom.
Which one?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Because, like, for instance, like how Willie pretty much said it. Yes, for Venom. I enjoyed the first Venom. I loved it. The second one, but still, overall, was still a watchable movie. But I feel that there's things missing from there. Of course, the freaking carnage, the blood, like the fact that he rips off the heads and all that good stuff in the movies and stuff like that. It's been removed, you know. You're just there with whatever. And then, of course, we want the symbiote to have the Venom logo on his chest, but it doesn't come around. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing it on the MCU when he appears there somehow. But that's not the point. The point is that the Morbius movies, I really, really, really want this movie to do well somehow, and I'm just scared that Sony is gonna do something and mess it all up. That's just my opinion.
I mean, that's the fear. Because let's be honest, like you said, Sony tends to do that. They don't have. I mean, you don't want to say it because you want to think that Sony as a studio can do things on their own, but they don't have the MCU on this one, and they might just go ahead and Venom it up. I'm sorry, I enjoyed Venom too, the first one. I enjoyed Venom, but it was clearly a shit movie.
Yeah. I get it, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, it was a shit movie. I really liked it, even to the point where my daughter liked it, and she loves Venom now. She likes Spider-Man, but she loves Venom. So I almost feel like they did something right, because now I'm showing her certain origin stories of Venom, the comics. I'm showing her the old Spider-Man cartoons and stuff like that, for she could see it, which it leads into that line, you know. But I do get it, and Sony has that tendency of always messing something up. But being that you said that the MCU is not involved, I still say somehow it might be involved. No, because the Vulture is still part of Sony, right?
Yeah, Sony still owns the the movie rights for anything involving Spider-Man.
Okay, all right, fine.
Spider-Man showed up in the MCU because they have a joint custody.
All
it's
right.
like two really angry parents.
I get it. No, because I'm just asking because I can't forget that Vulture does appear in the Morbius trailer. So I'm like, maybe they have some sort of hand in there, give or take. But well, let's see.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, but you know that's what's going on. Yeah, Spider-Man. I'll let you bring this one up, Willie. Go ahead.
Okay, Spider-Man came out December 17th. Very popular movie. Yes. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, what? No.
It made a few bucks.
Just a couple.
Well, you know. Scott Edelson, who was the visual effects supervisor for No Way Home, let loose the knowledge that, you know, they were still working on VFX weeks after the movie came out.
How? Ow! Like, how is that even possible to do with the movie in theaters and you're doing this? You know?
Well, it's not unprecedented. Most recently, when the horrible abomination that was Cats came out, they did VFX work after it came out because, yeah, some of the VFX was dodgy.
Yeah.
And so they worked on the VFX and released the modified version like the day after. But this is not a thing where they had to go and they wanted to go and fix VFX to the movie. But I'm gonna quote him. This is him when he was being interviewed by comicbook.com. We're always kind of pushing that envelope, especially on Marvel films. I think we started becoming involved around February-ish, started developing these kinds of things by like March. We were building assets and figuring out Sandman and starting to build the hybrid environment. But that was prior to the movie coming out.
Okay.
But he is saying it hadn't been finished. It came out and it wasn't finished. Again, quoting Edelson. So you're talking about quite a bit of time before the movie releases, which is in December. So I think that we delivered final shots into the second week of December, or something like that. It was really, really close. If they're not going to do stereo on a show or have 3D release or something like that, then really you can go right up to until it comes out in theaters nowadays with digital releases and everything.
Got it.
And this is true. And he says that it kept working, and they kept working on it, basically for the upcoming digital and video releases. And for those who didn't catch it last time we talked about it, the movies are going to be available in Blu-ray and on March 22nd.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for when it comes out.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was in digital March 22nd. Yeah. Blu-ray April 12th.
Got it.
My apologies.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, no. I want to see it because they also announced that there's going to be 80 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage, including 20 minutes with, if you don't know by now, Jesus, God damn it, with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
You're right, and can't wait to see all that, dude. I am so ready for that. But yeah, Willie, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, great. Go.
How do you feel about Daniel Radcliffe?
I like him.
Good actor, right? Beyond Harry Potter.
Oh, Beyond Harry Potter, that movie with the two guns. I love that movie.
Oh my God, Guns Akimbo. That movie was crazy.
That movie was awesome. But yeah, I like the kid.
He's preparing for another role.
Oh, go ahead.
Weird Al Yankovic.
What? Really?
They're doing a biopic on Weird Al, and Daniel Radcliffe is playing the titular artist.
How is that even possible, dude? Like,
the answer is Hollywood, but
no, yeah, but how's that possible? The kid, he better I don't know how he's gonna throw it in there, to be the Weird Al. only one person can be Weird Al, and it's Weird Al. There's no there's no other way. Daniel Radcliffe, as awesome as he is, I don't know how you can do it. I expect him to be a better Wolverine than Weird Al.
I don't know. I still see Scott Eastwood as Wolverine.
Oh no, that definitely, dude. Definitely.
What? You want to laugh?
Yeah, please.
Channing Tatum's kind of disappointed about the movie that's coming up with him and Sandra Bullock, The Lost City.
Why?
Okay. She's writing about a lost city, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the city's called?
What?
D.
D? Like the letter D.
Mm-hmm. And he wanted the title to be The Lost City of D. I knew that would make you giggle.
I'm such a child.
We are. Let's be honest. We both are.
The Lost City of D. Yeah, you know what? I'll work with this so much. I can't wait. You know what? I wish he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
well, anyway, I'm done. It's Friday. I gotta go drinking. Come on.
Definitely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing podcast. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come up with amazing news, which is 3 times a week: Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, and it's time to go. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.
Bye.